Hi everyone, 5th grade math teacher here. I just thought I'd pop on and talk about one of the strategies that we are learning in grade 5, which is division through repeated subtraction. So repeated subtraction is simply when we are continually subtracting numbers from our dividend. Okay, so let's start with a problem. So let's see if we have the dividend of, let's say 363, and our divisor, the number that we're dividing by, is 3. Okay, so let's have a look. So 363 divided by 3. When I'm doing repeated subtraction, I'm looking at the number as a whole. I'm not looking at each individual part. So 363 divided by 3. Well, I know that when I times 3 by 100, I would get 300. So I'm just going to write the number 100 over here because I think that will be an easy place to start. And then 100 times 3 is going to give me 300. Okay. Now, as you can see, I'm still going to have some numbers left over that I still have to divide by 3. So 363 minus 300 is going to give me 63. Okay, so now I've got the number 63, and I'm going to look at this number as a whole again and see if I can divide it by 3. Now at this point, you can choose any number you want, but if you're not sure where to start, I would recommend looking at easy numbers, such as 1, 10, 100. So let's stick with 10. Okay, so I'm going to look at 10, and 10 times 3 is 30. So let's try that. So 63 minus 30 is going to give me 33. Okay, now 33, you can do one of two things here. If you do know your 3 times table really well, you would know that 11 times 3 is going to give you 33. But if maybe you're not quite up to that stage yet, why don't we have a look at, let's do another 10. So 10 times 3 is 30. So we're going to have 33 minus 30, and we're going to be left with 3. Now 3 can go into 3 one time. So I'm going to write my little number over here. So 3 times 1 is 3, and that's going to give me 0. Now the last thing that I need to do is I need to add all of these numbers up to see what my answer is going to be, or my quotient is going to be. So 100 plus 10 is 110, plus 10 is 20, plus 1 is 121. So my answer, or my quotient, would be 121. Okay, let's have a one that's maybe a little bit trickier. Let's try, we're going to have the divisor of 5, and we're going to see if we can go into 267. Okay, now we know that this is going to have a remainder because we know if we are looking for a number to be divisible by 5, it has to end in either 5 or 0. Okay, and this one ends in a 7. So let's have a look at this whole number, so 267. So if I'm going to start with something, so say for example 100, 100 times 5 is 500, so that's too big. Why don't we halve that? Why don't we look at 50? Okay, so I'm going to just put a little 50 over here. So 50 times 5, or if you're not too confident about that, think about what 5 times 5 is. So if 5 times 5 is 25, then 50 times 5 is going to have to be 250. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm just going to erase that line there. Okay, so now I have 250. So let's go ahead and do our subtraction. So 267 minus 250 is going to leave me with 17. Now 17 divided by 5. If I know my 5 times tables, I know that 3 times 5 is 15. So let's go ahead and do that. 3 times 5 is 15. And 17 take away 15 is 2. Now, because I have 2, I cannot divide that any further. So this number here is going to be my remainder. So therefore, if I add these two numbers up, my answer is going to be 53 remainder 2. And we can put that in there, 53 remainder 2. Okay, I hope that this little tutorial helped you with your repeated subtraction for division. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.